Howdy do, buckaroos. How the heck are you? This is my second crowler from Springfield Brewing Company. This is the bomb. It is their version of a West Coast style IPA, 6.5%, 65 IBUs. It is statistically a little light for the style. It's kind of right there in the middle of the road, but most of them tend to run over 7%. That big West Coast style does, but I think what they're referring to mostly are kind of hops and malts used, kind of, and it has that big golden look that the West Coast style has, as opposed to a traditional British style, or even that early American craft East Coast style, which was more meaty. Damn, I was doing fine until I get out here and then my nose starts itching again. Drive me crazy. Anyways, I apologize for scratching my freaking nose in front of you like I do every freaking video. I prefer to do the videos outside. But then my allergies are just wicked right now. Maybe it's the beer. Maybe you're allergic to beer. God, I hope not. That'd be awful. That's what I had this a couple weeks ago at the brewery, and I was gonna buy a growler at the time, but then I didn't. I got sidetracked and didn't buy a growler for either. So this time I got a growler for each of the wheat wine and this one. It's fantastic, actually. It's just amazing. Aromas are beautiful. A lot of citrus going on, as you expect from a West Coast style. A lot of tropical fruit, as you expect from a West Coast style. On the nose, with just a touch of sweetness on the nose and a little peppery spice as well to kind of balance her all out. Oh, yeah, and more of the same on the palate. I think what this one does a little different, being, this is the Midwest here, and not going over the top, is it is kind of more balanced than a lot of actual West Coast IPAs that really just want to go crazy on the hoppage. I think we've kind of got into this hop pissing contest. Who can drop the most hops into an IPA? And there's always going to be that one beer because, oh yeah, I love that, man. I can't taste anything for a week now, but that was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I just think we've gotten to such an extreme. Everything. Well, we've gotten to such that crazy extreme that, you can't dislike anything or you're not an official beer geek anymore, you know what I mean? What this one does is it gives you an appropriate amount of malt, gives you an appropriate amount of hops, it gives you those typical hops found in a West Coast style, it gives you all those flavors, yet it doesn't necessarily whack your palate out of joint, but it does give you all those flavors in an exact, precise way. That is why I like this beer. That's why I really liked it the first time I had it. That's why I'm really enjoying it now. Because it does have all the flavors of a West Coast style without being disjointed. And I think that's kind of where we're getting. It feels, a lot of them I come to taste, I'm not going to mention any brand names, I think they're just starting to feel a little disjointed. And the problem is, if you say anything negative about these beers, all of a sudden you're not a real, true beer connoisseur. You just don't have the palate for such things. It's not that I dislike those that are crazy out of balance, because I do enjoy them from time to time, to be honest with you. But how far can you go? And I think that's the problem, is we've become, the craft beer community has become that how far can you go. There are certain breweries that are just saying, are just looking to see how far they can go without looking at just making a good beer. I think there are certain breweries out there, like Urban Chestnut, for instance, the Springfield Brewing Company, y'all should check them out there, White River, that are just doing solid beers. They're not getting any pissing contests with anybody. They're not trying to overhop anybody. They're just making nice beers. They're making good, solid beers and doing them the right way. And I wish there were more craft breweries out there. These flies are about to piss me the fuck off. I'll tell you that right now. So anyway, I'm going to shoot that one off my can, and I'll talk to you later. I've got a Crowler of the Bob from Springfield Brewing Company. It is their version of a West Coast IPA. Of course, you already know that. This is the second half of the video. Oh, yeah, so Lord have mercy, I have some issues today. I picked up some, there's some grilling over here. I had some pork and some steak I was doing. But I picked up some natural charcoal from Sam's, and I don't know what it is, but every time I get that particular brand, I have issues getting them lit. When I buy them from other places, I don't. For some reason, those give me trouble. But my chimney's getting a little old. It's about 8 years old, and quite frankly, I probably hadn't treated it as well as I should have. It's got a little rust out of the bottom fell out, and I lost my last batch of coals. So I'm just having that kind of day, but hell, I'm just running with it. And how can you not just take her easy when you got a beer this good? I'm just saying. I mean, sometimes I get upset about little stuff, but I try real hard not to sweat the little stuff. I do. I do like this beer, though. I mean, the color is beautiful. It's inviting. It's a deep golden. It's clear. The aroma is exquisite. A whole lot of citrus, a whole lot of tropical fruit, tropical citrus notes. Specifically, I'm getting specifically. Let me be clear. Maybe you had enough to drink, Tom. Maybe I have. Fuck you. Who are you to judge me? Specifically, I'm getting some like mandarin orange notes early on. I'm certainly getting some lemon zest. I'm getting other tropical fruit notes such as pineapple, mango, passion fruit, that kind of thing. The finish is just brilliant. A little, not sour, but kind of, and not sour beer sour or sour beer tart, but kind of tropical fruit tart at the end. Are you following me? Oh, it's just nice. It's about 80 even here today. We're just getting ready to go into fall here, but right now it's perfect. Like it's Goldilocks weather. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's just right. It's Goldilocks weather, baby. Yeah, it's just right today, man. So I'm hanging out. I got some grilling going on. Actually, farmers market. Went to farmers market on Thursday, and this is Saturday. But anyway, we found some yams, so I got them out cooking, and then I also got some green beans, so I've got them on the grill. I snapped and blanched them earlier today. You hear how I did that? I went full on hick on you for no apparent fucking reason. Just green beans out there. I also got some mushrooms. I got some good baby bellas. Sliced, kind of thick, but I just sliced them. They were big mushrooms, so I sliced them kind of nice. So I thought, well, I'm going to saute those, put them on top of the steak when they're done. We got the pork, we got the green beans, we got the yams. Good enough for me, man. We are simple folk here at the Whisperer House. So anyways, yeah, I do like this one because it's just solid. It gives you the flavors of a West Coast IPA without wrecking your palate in any one direction. And I think the problem is that's become trendy, right? It's become trendy to be a palate wrecker. And I think most that are doing a West Coast style IPA think they have to make that palate wrecking IPA for it to work, unless you can't taste anything for a frickin' week. It just doesn't work. But here we go. We have all the flavors of a West Coast IPA without knocking your palate out of joint. I think this beer works. I think it's a great beer. I wish they'd bottle it because I really think it'd sell. So this is Tom the Beer Whisperer. We'll talk to you later.